Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for November 7th of 2025 is titled A Dark Seahorse in Cepheus. So what do we see here? Well, here looking in the northern sky, we see a pattern of a dark nebula, which may resemble a seahorse in the sky. Now, a dark nebula is a dark, dusty region and is a region of star formation. So within those dark clumps, there is actually a lot going on. So while it may look like there's nothing there, there's actually more material there. And in fact, it's dense enough that we cannot see through it and see the stars located in this nebula. Now, if we could look at this in infrared light, which has a longer wavelength and is better at penetrating the dust, we would be able to see young stars in the process of formation. So in visible light, all we see is the dark nebula. In infrared light, we could see inside this, and that's because the longer wavelengths are better able to penetrate the dust, and shorter wavelengths like visible light are blocked out, so we can't see those. They don't penetrate through the dust, allowing us to see into it. So what would happen if we could watch this over the next couple of 100,000 years is that we would eventually see new stars beginning to pop out of their cocoons of the dark nebula. So the shape that we see is very temporary and will change as stars start to emerge from this. They will then eat away at the material and eventually cause it to glow. They will scatter light off some of the dust grains, which can give a blue color called a reflection nebula. And they can also excite the hydrogen gas around it, causing it to glow in the red. And we can see some of that in star formation on the right side of the image, where hydrogen gas glows, which is now being excited by stars which have already escaped from their dark nebulae, which are now gone. So that's what we have to look forward to with our dark seahorse here. That will eventually turn into a region of an emission nebula like we see towards the right. Now, when star formation occurs in a region, it tends to work its way through a molecular cloud. So it starts at one end and slowly works its way through as stars form. Then there's stellar winds, and when stars explode as supernovae, will compress further into the molecular cloud, continuing the process of star formation. So it will start at one edge where something caused it to compress, but then that process will continue until the material is used up. And then you will have a star cluster left behind. So that's what we have to look forward to here. This is one portion of that star cluster where we see a section which is already formed off to the right, and another section within the dark nebula here, within our dark seahorse, where the process is still going on. So that was our picture of the day for November 7th of 2025. It was titled A Dark Seahorse in Cepheus. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.